everybody, it's Miss Barb again, and I'd like to welcome you to my backyard for our May edition of Zoo Tots. I really wanted to get back here because it's great to be outside, and I've been giving a lot of thought to how my garden is going to grow this year. Maybe you've been thinking about that too. Planting seeds, raking and hoeing and watering, so that in no time you'll have some beautiful flowers and some yummy vegetables. I also want to think about what kind of habitats I can make that will help all the garden critters who love to come into my garden. Well, I really like to be here way in the back because of something really special that's important to me that I'd like to share it with you. This is my farm bell, and it came all the way from Indiana from my great Uncle Ben's farm. Would you like to hear it ring? Isn't that a great sound? And the farmers who are working so hard planting and plowing out in the field, they love to hear that because that was the signal to come on in and have some lunch and take a rest and maybe even share a few stories. And I've got a story to share with you, all about a little fella whose name is Benny the Bunny. Now, Benny the Bunny was quite a cheeky fellow. He would come into the garden quite often. Benny was a bunny who loved to play. He'd hop and he'd hop and he'd hop all day. One day he thought to himself, where should I go? Where should I go? I know. I'll go to the garden where the vegetables grow. So he hopped, 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 1, 2, 3, hopped, 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 and what did he see? There in the garden was a wonderful sight, all kinds of veggies for a bunny's delight. Benny took a nibble, then he took a munch. Benny was really enjoying his lunch. But then Farmer Brown saw his cute bunny tail. He let out a shout. He let out a wail. No bunnies in the garden, that's what I say. So Benny knew he'd better get away. But he wasn't worried. As he hopped away. I'll just come back on another day. And that's just what he did.
Hi Zoo Tots! Today we're going to look at a place that has many, many plants. So come along with me as we go explore our greenhouse. Here we house hundreds of plants. Many of these plants are species that are endangered in the wild, just like most of our animals here. This greenhouse helps display them and keep them safe so guests can learn about them and why they're so important to the environment. You may see that all of these plants are very different. Some are very tall, like our century plant, which is known to bloom every 20 years or more. Others are small and colorful, like the lantana flowers. They have berries that are dangerous to some animals to eat. Some have spiky, rough texture, like our golden barrel cactus, while others may appear to have a softer texture, like this hairy succulent where the soft hairs grow to protect the succulent in case of too much sunlight. You probably notice that the greenhouse isn't green at all, but clear. Having all these clear panels and windows allow the plants to get the most amount of sunlight they need to grow. Using the sun, Plants are able to make food for themselves and stay healthy. Some of these plants are able to live in very dry places, like our cactus collection, while other plants, like hibiscus flowers, like to live in tropical places where it's more wet. For those plants that like to live in a wet environment, we have placed in the middle of our greenhouse a koi pond. This is a favorite stop for many of our guests, where you can hear the soft, soothing sound of the waterfall and enjoy watching our koi fish swim around. Koi fish are a very popular option for outdoor ponds and water gardens. Also, the koi fish really enjoy seeing our guests too, as some get the opportunity to feed them. Can you help us feed the koi fish? What you gotta do is reach out your arm, turn over your hand, make a nice tight fist, and on the count of 3, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Great job! And it also looks like our koi fish are enjoying the food. All of our plants here in the greenhouse are from all over the world. However, we have some outdoor gardens that have native plants too. Areas like our sensory garden, where it is a nice quiet area to relax and enjoy nature, all the way to our pollinator garden, where insects like bees and butterflies frequent to help get food for themselves and help cross-pollinate. Did you know you can help pollinators like butterflies? One of the several citizen science projects we work on here at the zoo is called Monarch Watch. In this program, you can help butterflies by observing and even tagging and releasing them to help scientists know how the population is doing. To find out more about this project, you can go to monarchwatch.org. Thank you so much for joining me in the greenhouse and the gardens all around the zoo today. Plants are an amazing thing because they provide so much for animals and humans, like oxygen and food. But for now, I'm going to hand you on over to Denise to enjoy your craft activity. See you next time.
Hi, this is Denise again. I'm going to show you 2 little garden critter crafts that you can create with your toddler. The first one is this cute little snail that's really easy to do with either colored paper or cardstock. And the second are these little bumblebee and ladybug rocks. So for our first craft, you're going to need some regular markers. You're going to need a glue stick, scissors, a ruler, and either cardstock, stock, or colored paper. So the first thing you're going to do is create your little snail. You take your 8.5 and 11 and you divide it into 4 equal sections of 2 1/8 each. So it's 4 equal sections, 2 1/8 each. I already cut one out of here. You're going to measure 2 inches down from the top, so you can create your little head and stalk area, and then you're going to measure from each side in 1/4 inch to create your little stalks. You're going to draw a little bulbous eye part to the top of those stalks. It really doesn't matter if you're not real artistic. It doesn't matter. Just give it a little round headish area and little round eye space areas. And then you're going to cut out each of your snails, or you can cut just one out if that's all you're doing. Once that's cut out, you want to cut out your leaf. And this is your leaf. I cut it out of green. You can use any color you want. And you just need half a sheet of 8.5 by 11. And you're going to just draw a general leaf shape. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be exact. It can look leafish. And then you can just cut that out. And there's your leaf. And you can draw on your leaf if you want. You don't have to. You can just keep it plain green. For your snail, you want to draw little eyes. And you want to make a little mouth. It could just be a little tiny smile. This is what you want your toddler to do. If you want to cut out the snail shape and let them draw the eyes and the mouth and color it any way they want, do that while it's flat. Don't try and do that once it's curled up. So while it's once it's all cut out, you can have them draw on it with your marker, with crayons, make their snail as colorful as they want. when their snail is all done with eyes and a mouth and whatever coloration, you can use your glue stick, which is here, and you can just glue it on your leaf, and then you have your cute little snail garden critter. You do have to roll it up before you glue it on. It's just simply rolling up the piece of paper so you create the little illusion of the snail shape. You're going to measure, draw, cut, color, roll, and glue. And there is your little snail craft. For our second craft, I did, because I like bees and I like ladybugs, so I did a little bee, real simple ladybug. What you're going to need is some rocks, kind of ovalish, but they don't have to be exactly oval. Obviously, these are a couple of good rocks that would make good bees or ladybugs. And I used acrylic paint pens, because actually toddlers can use them. They don't create a mess, and if you use the acrylic paint pens, you can actually put your little creations outside once they're dry. But you can use regular tempera paint if that's what you want to do, and keep your little creatures inside. For what I would do is let the toddlers paint the red and yellow, and then maybe help them with the little dots and the little stripes. You can do the eyes separate. You can glue on googly eyes if you have them at home. They don't have to have eyes. This project is so open, just depending upon your creativity and what you would like your toddler to do. I think it's fun to go out and look for rocks that are kind of bumblebee and ladybug shaped, because I think that's a fun thing to do together with your child as well. Most toddlers love to collect rocks, so you can collect a lot and then choose the best couple to make your bee and your ladybug. You could be freeform or whatever kind of insect you want to make as well. That's totally up to what you want to do. But you want to go out, collect rocks. You want to paint red and yellow first. Add the black faces and stripes and dots. And then eyes, whatever kind of eyes you want, or no eyes if you don't want, that's fine. And there you have your little garden bee and your garden ladybug. And you can actually go put them in your garden if you want, which is fun to do with your toddlers too. You can say, what part of the garden do we want to put our rocks in? So that's our crafts for May Garden Critters Tots. Hope you enjoy it, and hope we see you again at the zoo.